Good evening, USA soccer fans, football fans, and AFL fans too, and worldwide fans. Normally, I would have the Brazuca little football here, but I had to take it down earlier to watch a Clásico with family and friends. Forget that. I posted some stuff earlier. Look, suffice it to say that I'm wearing my heavy metal shirt, Leaves Eyes, from Norway, over Real Madrid jersey, because we lost 2-1 versus Barcelona in Clásico. It was a great game, but we lost. Okay, look, I want to give you a few key scores from also some other games, but also touch upon some refereeing points, especially with cautions and send-offs, yellow cards, red cards. The key scores, actually, over the last couple of games, or last couple of days, were Man City won 3-0 at home over West Bromwich Albion. Today, or actually again yesterday, Tottenham won 4-2 at home versus Leicester City, and Harry Kane, Tottenham's brilliant striker, scored a hat-trick. Today, besides Real Madrid's loss, Liverpool lost at home 2-1 over Man U. I want to touch on something about that game. And then Chelsea beat Hull City at Hull City 3-2. They were actually up 2-0. Hull City came back to tie them 2-2. Chelsea ended up eking out the win 3-2. Okay, now there are some things that we need to discuss referring to refereeing. Let's face it, we're all human beings. We, as referees, make mistakes. We, as players, make mistakes. We, as coaches and managers, make mistakes. And guess who else makes mistakes? Friggin' announcers, when they decide to tell you and me, as a viewer, and them sometimes too, what's in the referee's mind, why he's deciding to do something or not do something, or you know what? Just tell us what's happened. Afterwards, when you've talked to the referee, if you've had the chance to, then you can find out why he did or did not do something. Don't pretend to tell us what you know that he's doing, because most of you don't understand the friggin' laws of the game. You refer to them as rules at the time. They're laws. FIFA has laws. They do not have rules. There is no such thing as handball. It's called handling. And offside is... a lot of you guys don't even understand what happened. Okay, but today, there was a play with Steven Gerrard for Liverpool, who came on for Liverpool at the start of the second half as captain. He replaced Lallana, who was injured. And within a minute, he challenges hard against one of the Man U players. I think it may have even been Mata. And then another player comes in on him. He sort of steps out of the way. And as the player is diving down with his, Gerrard loses his friggin' mind and decides to step on the player's leg as it's out there, right in front of the referee, Martin Atkinson. So, of course, red card, boom. Gerrard is out within 1 minute. And why? Because he committed something that's called a serious foul play. There was no intent to play the ball. His only intent was to step on the player, which meant probably that his intent was to give the player a little nudge, hurt him maybe. Doesn't matter. We're not supposed to get into the mind of the player. Just see what he's done and then do it. Okay. Another play in a championship game between Bournemouth and Cardiff City. The Cardiff City goalkeeper has possessed the ball. Now, this is another pet peeve of mine with referees, especially from the Barclays Premier League. The law mandates that once a keeper has possessed the ball, controlled the ball, he has 6 seconds to put the ball back into play. Meaning, he either kicks it to one of his fellow players, kicks it up, kicks it, wherever he kicks it, throws it, releases it down, then he can kick it within 6 seconds. I sometimes time these games because I'm freaking nuts like that. I've seen an actual goalkeeper in the Barclays Premier League take 30 seconds to release the ball, and the referees have done nothing. The average time that a goalkeeper in the Premier League takes to release a ball after he's possessed it, as far as I'm concerned, is probably between 8 and 14 seconds. Too long. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to the play. So as the Cardiff keeper is, getting ready to release the ball, the Bournemouth player is in front of him with his back to him, just outside the 18-yard area, like this. Sounds good. He conveniently takes a step. The goalkeeper, I don't know why, kicks the ball right off the back of the player, and the ball goes into the net for a goal. But the referee, Lee Mason, whistles it off there and yellow cards the Bournemouth player for impeding the release of the ball by the goalkeeper, which is part of the law. Under the spirit of the law, I think both players were right and both players were wrong, because the goalkeeper could have, just paced off a few paces and kicked it cleanly, but at the same time, the Bournemouth player should not have been in his way purposefully. But Andy Gray, the announcer on the Keys Gray show, is saying that the player did absolutely nothing, and that the referee, what did he say again? That the referees sometimes look for reasons, what was it? That they make it, that the referees assume that there must have been an offense because the player was in front of the keeper. Well, first of all, we shouldn't assume anything. We should just, when you assume, you make an, there are children present, you make an ass out of you and me. So don't assume, just do. But you as announcers don't assume either. Don't assume and don't bring it upon yourselves to tell us what you think the referee has in his mind. No, just let us know what happened, and then after the game or at halftime, decide whether you agree with it or not. But not yellow cards, cautions, red cards, send-offs. There's a reason they happen, and hopefully the referees do it rightfully. Sometimes we don't. We make mistakes, just as human beings do. And players and forget that. Okay, look, I gotta go. It's getting late. I have to work early tomorrow. Working on the Soul Man. And Dinklage is excited. Look, he's got his little Coca-Cola right here. He's probably got a little Jack Daniels. Forget that. Say no to racism. And go USA, especially this Wednesday, because we're playing Denmark on ESPN. So check your stations. Watch the games. Okay.